Today I'm going to talk to you guys about short-term rentals, aka Airbnb. What's up guys, welcome to another episode of my channel here. I wanted to bring this up because throughout social media, on my podcast, on Instagram, and everywhere else, I'm getting a ton of questions on how people can get started in short-term rentals. So I figured, why not make my first video about short-term rentals? Just so you guys know, short-term rentals are not Airbnb. Let's be clear about that. In this world, in the US, or wherever you're at, there's really three ways to really get started in short-term rentals. There is the co-hosting model, there is the ownership model, and then there's my expertise, the rental arbitrage model, okay? Those are essentially the biggest three ways that anybody can get started in short-term rentals. Now, depending on how much capital you have, how much money you can invest, how much you can really spend, the amount of time you're willing to put into, and the amount of knowledge that you have will determine what you can really do. For example, if you have a ton of money to spend and you really wanna do this for cash flow and you wanna hold an asset, your number one way to go about this is by buying a house. You can buy a house for a short-term rental, you put the down payment down, you own the property, you furnish it, you get a designer, boom, put it on Airbnb, you got an operating short-term rental that works really well for vacationers, insurance companies, things like that, which we'll make another video about your actual clientele for a large property like that, right? The second way to do it is if you have basically no money, but you have a lot of knowledge behind short-term rentals and Airbnb and management, is the co-hosting model. The co-hosting model is basically when you go and you take someone else's property, okay, you got this house here, and it belongs to landlord A. And you go to the landlord and you tell him, hey, I want to partner with you. I want to make your property into a very good short-term rental, very good Airbnb that's making us a ton of money. I'll do all the work for you. I'll manage everything, right? I know how to manage. I know how to deal with guests. I have the systems in place. I can handle the calendar, the cleaners, everything above it. And all you got to do is provide the property, get it furnished, and I take care of everything else. At the end of the month, we do a revenue split, and some people charge anywhere, I've seen from 15 to 30%. And again, we can make another video about that if you guys like. But basically what it is you're taking someone else's property, they provide all the money, the property, everything up front, you don't have to put anything down, and you're just the manager, you're just the co-host, the manager for that specific property. What does that mean? Again, it just means that what you do is you provide the service to manage the property as a short-term rental, and at the end of the month, all the money that came in, you take a percentage off the top or off the bottom, whatever you guys agree on, right? It's all about negotiations. And the third one, my bread and butter, short-term rental arbitrage. What is short-term rental arbitrage? Well, we go out, we lease out properties from property managers, investors, landlords, homeowners, mom and pops, big REITs, whatever it is. We go out and we lease a property long-term as a regular tenant. Then we come in and we add value behind it. We furnish the property, we get it designed, and then we put it up on websites like Airbnb, Vrbo, Booking.com, our own direct websites. We have contracts with other people, medical professionals, all this other stuff, and then we rent it on a nightly basis at a higher profit. So essentially, you're renting out the property regularly, and then we rent it at a higher rate per night, and then we make a spread in profit. All three are very good ways to get started in short-term rentals. It depends on where you are at in life about what you want to do and where the level of knowledge is, like I said in the beginning. All of them are awesome. I know everybody that's done them. I've done all three other than own, right? I just picked up my first duplex, but you're able to make a significant amount of cash flow on these properties based on the market in your area. And we'll make future videos, whatever you guys want me to talk about in terms of short-term rentals, drop it in the comments. I'll take a look at them. I'll respond to some questions, but I'll make future videos on specific topics. Things like, who's the ideal customer for a one-bedroom apartment over a 5-bedroom house? Where's the ideal market over a vacation rental, something like Joshua Tree, versus a home in the middle of the city where, you know, there's no really any actual attractions, and there's a customer for everything everywhere. Depending on all this, it's going to depend on which route you want to go in, right? If you have very little money and you just want to learn, maybe co-hosting could work for you. If you have a couple grand, maybe you have some, like a really good credit card, arbitrage would be very lucrative, right? The goal behind it is to generate cash flow and get started and invest. As you get started in investing, along the way, you're going to create a business. You're going to learn skills like how to manage people, how to handle tough situations, how to have hard conversations, how to build a business and how to automate, how to systemize, and how to really control an actual asset that's generating you cash every single day. So, co-hosting, rental arbitrage, and ownership. All the top 3 ways to get started in short-term rental. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you didn't, I apologize. I'll do better. It's my first one. But if you did like it, hit the like button. Adios.